Yeah, so we want to make sure they have lots of operating money so they can still give us up-and-comers some free stuff, right?
Exactly.
Okay. That's it. We're rolling. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Tiffany, and the last name is?
Kift?
Kift. Okay, I'm here with Tiffany Kift. I don't know, I think this is episode 7 or something like that. But we're here at the Biltmore Theatre. Tiffany is from Simcoe Hall Food Bank. The reason Tiffany's on is because we do a show this Thursday night. Actually, by the time this gets out, this probably will be out after the show. But comedians volunteer their time to put bags of food like this into the food bank for people that are struggling to feed themselves and their dogs. I'm a huge dog lover. I hear you hate them.
No.
What? That's what everybody was saying, that you hate dogs.
Oh my gosh, is that why I got the dirty looks on the way
catching
in?
them, throwing them in the lake, yeah, you're mad they can swim back. No, I'm just kidding. So we all love dogs. The comedians that are coming on love dogs, and sometimes, I wanted to give back to the community that I'm performing in. One of the things, I saw a woman that had a dog, and she was clearly homeless and showed signs of addiction and things like that. But this dog she had with her was this like basset hound, right? You know, like Flash from the Dukes of Hazzard. And I'm dating myself with that reference.
No, not at all.
And I looked and I saw this woman, and she was walking around. It was really hot. I'm like, oh, what can I do for that poor dog walking around, right? And so I finally went up and I said, I'm sorry, can I ask you a couple of questions about the dog? And can I pet your dog? And she said, yeah, of course. And I'm like, okay. She goes, my mom looks after him for a couple of weeks. Then I take him for a couple of weeks. And I'm like, oh, and I pet the dog. So well taken care of. Soft coat. I'm like, oh my God, this dog, she's clearly taking care of the dog. It's not neglected or anything like that. And I went home and I was really distraught, and I said, what can I do to help I obviously can't take dogs in, right? No. And what can I do? And then that's when I came up with, well, why don't we do a fundraiser for people like her that maybe once in a while need some help, because that dog, as far as I could see, was that woman's last line of love.
Absolutely.
Right? And maybe the last line of support she's got. So let's help them feed them, right? So that hopefully she can get back on her feet. Focus on not feeding, worrying about the dog. Keep that love and get back on your feet, or do whatever you need to do. We'll take care of the dog. How's that? I don't want to judge people here.
No, absolutely. And it's interesting enough. People don't think immediately of pet food when they're thinking of a food bank. But I don't know how many people that we've connected it with over the years that have, been in a difficult time in their life, needed a little support. But what really got them there was their pets. And it's because it's easy for us to, sometimes skip a meal or whatever. But when that's your person, that's your fur baby, that's your protection, your companion, it means a lot. And people will put that.
So you're actually seeing people come to get food for themselves because they're spending their money on the pets.
Yeah, or that they know that we can help them with their pets. So then that gives us an opportunity to connect with them as well.
Okay, that's great. That's great. I love hearing that. I have people ask about toys, leashes, things like that. I don't ever know how to respond to them.
Absolutely. So we have to, we can only accept new donations right now. So that would be the biggest thing. But anything like that, we can definitely find a home for it.
Or, sticker on it.
Yeah, we do holiday hampers over the Christmas and stuff. And that's when we try and bring out the extra special stuff. So whether it is stuff like a toy for the dog so that they can, share that with their friend and stuff like that. That's also when we bring out for the, adults, the nice creams and stuff. But we try and make Christmas a little extra special for everyone.
You know what? We should have you back on just before Christmas so we can let people know about that and stuff. Yeah. It's close to my heart. I'm a recovering addict, so part of this was me finding out how I can sort of give back for all the shitty years that I took away.
What a meaningful way to do it, right? I think if you look hard enough, everyone has a story, and hopefully that story projects them to do something to,
I was close. I was close at one point, I think, to losing everything. I had to phone during. What's that such a new.
I did not think I was gonna get.
That's fine. It's so casual. We had Will McGurk came on and took a call from his mom.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean it's Will McGurk, but he did. We met Mrs. McGurk.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. But yeah. It's I think I was very close a couple of times actually to just in addiction you don't really think of a whole lot except yourself and your escape and so when I did start cleaning up, one of the best things I had was my dog. I know that sounds crazy. I mean, I had some amazing friends that stepped up, and some of them were there the whole way along. I lost a few along the journey there. But that dog was just amazing. And I looked at her one day when I came home, and I think I've told this story before. I'd been on a bender for a couple of days, and she was alone in the house for probably about, 16, 17 hours. And she's a good girl. She didn't want to go on the floor. Of course she did. And I came home and I looked at her and I knew she didn't like that. And I felt so awful because I love that dog. There's a couple of things during using that I still valued more than the drugs and stuff. Well, sort of. Anyway, I know it's hard to say that, but I had this dog and I looked and I said, you deserve a better life. And that honestly is when everything really meant something to me at that point. And I think just shortly after that, I'd been going to some meetings.
Yeah.
Right? And addicts kind of dip in and out. You're kind of there, and you're like, I'm not like these people. No. My addiction's different, and it's not. It's not. We're all the same. And when you go to the meetings and you hear all their stories, it's all this. You're like, oh my God, I thought I was so unique.
Yeah.
So the dog, that was close to my heart, and she was always there for me. And I'm so happy now she's got this owner that, is trying to make something. I mean, I'm doing a podcast on a Tuesday afternoon instead of working. So, I mean,
I'm here too. So.
Right?
Yeah.
I know, but I got you out of work.
Yeah. I'll take it.
All right. So, so the dog thing. And then the next step was, okay, so I was almost homeless, my dog, and then seeing that woman, and it all came together. But one thing about, this will be our fourth show, I think, on fourth one that we've done. And one of the best parts of doing this is when I do get to bag it up and I bring that bucket down to see you guys, there's not a face in there that's not smiling at Simcoe Hall Food Bank. You guys are always so happy, and it's just you almost, when I'm dropping the food off, you want to hang out for a bit, bag a few things up,
Yeah.
I just don't have time for that. But
No. Come, stay a while.
You do. Tell me about the smiles. What keeps that place so happy?
I think that we're lucky to work with the group that we do. Everyone comes from different places and different backgrounds. It's the same probably as your story. Is there's a reason that we all want to be there, right? So I think when you want to be in a space, it really shows up. So one thing that I always say about Simcoe Hall is that sometimes it's just a temporary stop in, a journey and stuff in the community. I used their services 26 years ago.
Oh.
When I was young, I was a pregnant teen, I was scared, and they helped me through quite a few things. So, I mean, I was fortunate enough to come back 20 years later and be able to give back. But I think most people have a story and a reason behind, and being able to kind of meet with people where they are and just know that things can be challenging, but hopefully you're making something a little less challenging for someone in a day. And
And are you seeing, I'm assuming with the groceries the way they are right now, that you're seeing more people needing some assistance and help?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. So right now on service days, we can only service the first 35 households, in the morning and 35 in the afternoon. So 70 households a day, sometimes a few extra, but as well as all the direct service agencies we deal with. And it's not enough. And the reason that we can't grow that number is just we can't have more space. Our resources are limited at best, and the amount of volunteer staff, whatever on hand, just can't meet the growing need. So, I mean, the biggest jump for ourselves and a lot of agencies was COVID and post-COVID. So a lot of places kind of fell out of the loop during that time because they weren't able to operate. We were fortunate enough to operate, but during that time too, the need for services like tripled. So but
Oh yeah, people that are already struggling, all of a sudden they can't show up to work.
yeah. And now what we're seeing more often too is that we're seeing a lot of people that are able to work, some that have two incomes and they still can't meet the cost of living. Like do I have a house, like a roof over my head? Do I keep the water running? And do I have a meal? And some parents have actually come to us and said, like, without you guys, I wouldn't have lunch for my kid to go to school. Jeez. So, I mean, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And we work with a lot of children and stuff with our after school program. And what I think about with the connection to the pets is we, through our after school program and our seniors program, we actually bring in therapy dogs. And these therapy, it is the best.
Sorry, and where do you do this?
So it's at our building, and we worked in as part of our ongoing program, because people that are coming there often have a big life, right? They have, whether it's children, seniors, they love having like the pets, the dogs come in and snuggle with them and just be able to give them hugs, and they just find it so comforting. I will bring my dog Belle down on loves hugs.
Okay. Yeah, other dogs might be an issue, so we'd have to look at that. But I know she's great with people and stuff. She's great. So anytime you need an extra dog down there, you let me know. She's on the poster.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's great. Therapy dogs. And any other like services outside of food or?
So we do. We have an after school program, and the kids are coming there for about $2 a day. Excellent. So it's kids that are kind of in lower income houses that might not have access to after school care, after school clubs. And it's pretty cool because we're able to give them each day when they get there, they have like a nutritious snack, and they have a beautifully made home cooked dinner. We have a cook, and she's making everything from scratch. So a lot of things that come through our food bank actually support that program as well as our seniors programming. So, yeah.
I had no idea. That's so nice. So they just show up at you like anybody can bring their child, or you got to pre-register for that?
So they pre-register.
Okay. Where do you do that?
At simcoehall.com or
simcoehall.com. All right.
And so we're about to go into our Sun Fun Day Camp. Also a really great time. They'll be going on a couple trips each week. We are trying to work in, like, we have some volunteers coming in to make hot breakfast or breakfast and stuff, because a lot of times people don't think of during the summer, a lot of the food programs access by children are not available. So anything that they are able to access during the school year stops. So
right.
Yeah.
Okay. And the school offers like discounts on lunches and things. That's how they're able to do that.
Yeah, they have different like lunch programs, breakfast clubs.
I'm a little out of the loop with the kid thing.
Yeah. No, that's okay. We're everyone, whether it's pets, children, seniors, families, singles, underhoused, unhoused. We've been seeing people from all walks of lives right now.
Do you get to hear any success stories? Yeah. Someone that's been through and is like,
so many.
Give me a couple good ones.
Yeah. A lot of times what we always think, the hope and the reason that I think smile is because there is a lot of success stories. A lot of people that are involved with Simcoe Hall, whether it's our donors or it's our volunteers, have used our services. A lot of people grew up there. We've been there for 9 years now. So it is people coming out on the other side, where whether it was they spent their childhood at Simcoe Hall and it kept them busy and, out of trouble, and then going on to school and being able to have a different life, or whether it's moms that have left abusive situations and were struggling to find gifts for their children at Christmas, and it's a matter of one Christmas that we're able to provide gifts maybe for the kids, but that people don't forget that time, right?
Yeah,
So
no, I can't imagine.
Yeah. So and then it's cute, like they'll Well, it's cool because then usually what will happen is then they
Absolutely.
involve their families and it becomes a thing. And yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I know that my family may work there. My kids get to work quite a bit there whenever I can.
What a great growth
It's
experience.
amazing. And I
Yes.
love that's like it's usually around Christmas that we bring in different like youth programs and stuff like that. But I think to be like at a younger age to open them up to another lifestyle and realize that they're not, their life isn't everything and other things are going on around them. And if nothing else, just educating them that when you go out into the world, just be kind. You never
Oh.
know what people are going through.
Preach.
Yeah,
Yes. You know, we
so-
really need that now is more people being kind. You
Yeah.
know, it's Thursday I've got like some of my material is about, that. Like we need to be a little more kind because the news cycle and all of that it's scary to turn your computer on. Do you know actually I work in IT. Shout out Orion Creative Digital Solutions. If you've got Microsoft Office or SharePoint, you want this guy and Orion Creative. That's my plug.
Okay,
That's pretty
I like
quick.
it.
I'm getting
Yeah.
better at that.
Nice.
But I work in IT, and shoot, where was I going with this? I got off topic with the forget. I
Yeah,
just lost
oops.
my whole train of
That
thought there.
happens to me all the time. It's okay.
I know. Well, the ADD doesn't help. But okay, I don't know. We were talking about something with what were we talking about? I won't edit this out.
That's okay.
We'll just leave this
Yeah,
in because
it's
it's
natural.
humorous.
Yeah,
It's real net.
exactly.
Like Doug's dementia,
I've
years of cocaine catching up to me. I thought I was clean. One thing I did want to say though about the kids coming in and stuff is the instant gratification. You see results instantly in the when you're providing help to people. Oh, and kindness. We're going to talk about kindness.
Yes.
And having I went into I'm going to go a little off track, a lot off track.
That's okay.
You were mentioning about the people that work there some of them have been through the system, we'll call it, for the system of finding food and food banks and shelter and things. I went in there to come and approach you about being on the podcast, and I think I can say this because we won't mention names, but I ran into someone and I was just in general conversation. I don't hide the fact that I was recovering, like I am a recovering addict. I'm proud of it. I didn't end up there on my own, but a lot of it was, but I definitely got out on my own with the help of Narcotics Anonymous, a 12-step program. But, that gratification. So I went in and I saw this person working there. We were talking and I happened to mention, oh, well, I do this because I'm a recovering addict. And then this person goes, me too. And I'm like, what? And they go, 9 months. And then, then I'm like, well, you get hugs now because that's what we do, right? And I was just immediately relating to this guy. And here he is. I shouldn't have even said he. I was trying not to.
No.
But participating and giving back. And he looked around and because we're just having this conversation in front of other coworkers, and he goes, I haven't told anybody that. And I looked, I'm like, I would rather work with someone that's been through hell and back than someone that's never experienced anything.
Absolutely.
So, someone that gets in 9 months, like 9 months that's hard.
Every single day.
That first 30 is probably the hardest, but around 9 months to a year, that's when an addict starts saying, I think I got this. I think, I'm probably good for, they start slipping a little bit. It's like smoking, right? Lots of people quit smoking.
Oh, yeah. Many times.
Yeah. Just going to have one or two. It should be okay.
Yeah.
I've had a week. Next thing you know, you're half a pack a day again.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's the same with drugs, alcohol. Lost my sister to alcohol. She died from it. So I'm pretty familiar with that side of things. And a lot of people end up having to use your services, right? But having people that have been through the system, that understanding must go a long way, And
I think so.
yeah.
So a lot of our stuff, a lot of our programming began because, say, judges in the area saw our area as an identified place, and some of the boys in the area were fighting too much and starting boxing programs so we could have positive outlets. We worked very closely in our 9 years with programs like DRPS and trying to get people onto the other side of
You
things.
got the cops showing up?
Well,
You'll have to let me know before I come down to. No, I'm joking. Those
okay.
days are behind me.
None of us are on camera roll, and it's
Yeah, no one will hear.
No.
There's 20 people that are going to be watching this, and they're going to know.
Oh, they're gonna know.
Yeah, that's our audience right now. It's
Okay.
about 20.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That makes you feel better.
Don't let the ADD get away.
No.
You got to rein me in. Yeah.
No,
That's.
I mean, we're working with a lot of people that are trying to improve their lives and build upon their lives and set new goals and, try and create positive change to help encourage it. So.
And do you have like programs to help people get back on track?
So no, but we do work with different like probationary programming and stuff, community service hours sometimes, and different things like that. So on site, we don't have any kind of addiction or recovery services, but we work with people who can, and that's one thing that's cool.
Not the addiction recovery. Sorry, I should have been more clear. The like getting your life back on track, right? Like finding new. Like I know you don't do employment or anything like that, but somebody that's looking for shelter or trying to, they've got a job now and they're trying to find some, like they're kind of almost, you know what I mean? Like when they're coming down and they're getting the food, maybe they're living in their car, right? And they've got some new work, but not quite there, don't know how to get to that next step. Do you refer out or?
We definitely refer out. So one thing that's really cool about this part of Oshawa is that they are very strong with their resources for different, whatever the case may be. And like this whole corridor, I find one of our strengths is that our ability to work together. So if I can't help somebody, I usually can find someone that can. And being able to bridge those gaps helps make it a lot smoother path than having to keep finding a no every time you try, stuff like that. It's like, no, now you're just going to go to this place, connect with this person, and then we can work together. Not that these are services that we offer and stuff, but lots of times in situations, maybe someone that's been in a domestic abuse situation comes to access our service for food, but that's the only time they've been able to leave the home, right? So we're able to connect them with resources if that was the case. Or someone just needs to use a phone or charge a phone or, reach out and connect. I know for the employment part, we have Durham Employment Services sets up like pop-up shop almost essentially at our place monthly just so they can connect with clients and see about different programming. We have a lot of different.
Do you do outreach? Like do you do like go out to let people know that Simcoe Hall's there or?
We try.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a weird grin when you're saying.
No, I mean I'm always trying, and I think our staff is always coming in, and we'll have new people, or I mean, we have our rules, but they're quite flexible.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. We kind of operate in the ish. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
Okay, yeah, this is what we do, but if there's an opportunity to do more or be more help for a bit, then and we have the ability to do so. Because sometimes it is our volunteers. One of our volunteers came in this morning and had a list, and it's like, I got to help this family out. I came across and it's like, no problem, no questions asked. If you're helping this family out and you can help them out right now and you're their point of contact, then go ahead, right?
Nice, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, we have some flexibility
That's awesome.
in what we
That's
do.
awesome.
Yeah.
Tricky question. Do you ever catch people taking advantage of it? What I mean was I actually, I dated someone years ago, and the family was fine. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody was working, money was coming in, and I was grossed out because they go, no, and we go down to the food bank to get stuff. I'm like, well, you don't have to. And they're like, yeah, but it saves money. And I'm like, you ever catch anybody? Like, how do you do that? How do you I know you have money.
Yeah, I think it's hard because there's always going to be that thought. It doesn't matter you're upper class, middle class, lower class, where
Yeah.
you're at,
Yeah.
people will sometimes find loopholes and ways
Yeah.
to abuse systems, even
Yeah.
whether they need it or not. And that's the yucky part. And to be honest, I think for the most part, our clients are coming from a pretty good place. A lot of people don't want to take more than they can use, that they can't handle, or, sometimes they'll have something and they'll share it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think because what we do is so community based, so community centered, and you do start to know people and stuff, I think it keeps it pretty real. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back to that kindness.
Yeah.
Right? Like, don't take from other people that
No.
really need it. Or if you do need a little help one day or something like that, don't take more. I love that. They don't take too much.
Yeah.
You don't find people coming in being all, this is the awful comment, being all greedy.
Yeah, no.
How do you, like, it's the most awful thing when you're talking about a food bank and like, do people get greedy?
No.
You need help, you need help.
You
right?
do.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's surprising. I think, like, even working in this and stuff, I hear the commercials and stuff, and like, then you'll have these moments where you're like, oh, this is real. Like, someone in my life that I would have never expected, in a situation where like 8 things happen at once and they're just holding on. You know what I mean? Like, those
I don't,
tough
and it's
moments,
terrifying, but I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine.
where they're like having kids and like, I have to hide the food. And I'm like, oh my God, I never thought of that. Like, that kids are hungry and they're growing and they want to eat and stuff. But when you're trying to ration out and make what can do last, and I'm like, oh, this is real. This is in my life. This is not too far, and this is not beyond reality. And I think the sad reality right now is that I was just reading the Durham region vital report right now, and they said 200,000 people, and this was a year and a half ago, were food insecure in Durham. And 1 in 4 people accessing food banks are children. And yeah, like, I know that even we're seeing such an increase in seniors, people that are living on such a fixed income, that we've actually created senior food bank hours. So,
like, to match like the old people dinner hour or something like that.
Yeah, kind of like that.
The blue-haired
Yeah.
special at 4:00.
Well, yeah, in a sense, what we usually send them home to with, like, we've just started not a hot meal, so we're doing prepared meals for some seniors right now. Hopefully we'll get some funding. Hopefully we'll make it last long term. But right now we're trying it out where for our seniors, like, food bank hours, we're sending them home for like meals for one. It's like home cooked, nutritious meals. That they can just, heat up and it's ready, and they're having something like substantial and kind of home cooked. So
Yeah. No, that's great. This would probably be a good time to talk about funding. Actually, we talked a little bit before we started recording. Where does the money come to? Now we know the staff is mostly volunteers, correct? Yes, and the food is volunteer, and you get it from some other places too, like Overflow or food that's can't stay on the shelf anymore, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's the biggest source right now, and it's such an incredible help.
So I mean, personal donations aren't that strong. Are they falling off?
It used to be that, like, most of how we operated was off personal donations.
Yeah.
That is down considerably, and I think it's just because, like, it's not a unique thing. It used to be like, we're all facing this increased cost of living, whether it's taxes and like housing or gas.
I haven't seen steak in 2 months.
No. Choices are being made.
I can't afford steak right now.
No.
Not the ones I like to
No.
eat. Yeah, like if I can't eat, I'm just forget it. Chicken and I've never eaten more pork in my life.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
I'm so sorry, piglets.
No.
Yeah, you're delicious, but...
it's true, but choices are being made right across the board.
I'm putting beans in food now to like make its meal stretch out a bit more. I mean, listen, we're not destitute or anything, but I'm seeing these costs as well, and I'm like, I can't. it's not that I can't buy, steaks, that's a treat. But I mean, like regular things that I used to buy, chicken. And I was going to talk to you about this too. We're going to circle back to
yes.
like the nutritious stuff we can donate. But like regular things, I'm looking for sales all the time. I like good coffee. I don't buy coffee out too much.
No, me neither.
Right? But the coffee I buy is good coffee. It's probably gone up 50 to 60%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can see why your donations might drop off, but as well, people should know like that this is the important time. If you have, give.
Yeah.
Right? Please.
Absolutely.
This is where you make a difference. You don't make a difference complaining about politics or everything I get it. It's a crazy world right now, but the only way out of this is kindness.
Yeah.
It's the only way I see out of where we've come right now. Now, Canada, for the record, is doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. But we're so caught up in what we hear coming out of the United States. And of course, their tariffs and the gas and everything.
There's tons of fear and uncertainty, and
Stop complaining and make a difference. Like if I listen to people complain, and I'm like, okay, and I'll listen to it for sure. Like get it out. Now, what do you propose to solve this?
Yeah.
Don't give me empty complaints. I prefer not to get them. If you just need to get something, a recovering addict, like have at it. I'm the most patient man now. I'll listen to you.
Yeah.
I won't understand you all the time. And sometimes in my brain, I'm like, wow, boy, like how do you go through life just with this many complaints? But if we make a difference in the areas that are closest to us, right? Be friendly to people, kind. Yeah, if someone goes off, you don't need to respond. And when people are in trouble, try and help if you can, right? And the food bank and like what we do here with the dog food and stuff, that was my way of helping it the easiest, closest thing to me, which was my community. And I'm sorry, the ADD took that one off the rails again.
It's beautiful because when it comes down to it, like we're community service, but I always say like we're the community service. So 9 years, we have a small amount of funding. We are a United Way agency and stuff, and that helps keep things going a bit. But like really, Simcoe Hall, for the most part, belongs to the community. It's because they believe in us and believe in what we do.
And do you own the building, or is there like an overhead to pay each month on the building?
No. So we were lucky in 1935 it got donated to us by Charles Robson that owned the tannery.
Okay.
So we were the Women's Welfare League. Started out with 5 women that in the Great Depression realized we could do better.
You guys get shit done.
Yeah.
You did it in the war, too.
Yeah.
Everybody, you guys really, when the country's left here, you seem to run it great.
Thank you. Thank you. It blows my mind. I'm like, okay. Sometimes when things seem tough, I'm like, you know what? This isn't the toughest it's been, right? It can only...
No,
this isn't
not
as
even
toughest
close.
as it got. And
Not
we've
even
got
close.
through it. So I'm like, okay, how are we doing? Hopes, wishes,
Yeah.
but it works sometimes.
Well, with AI coming in the way it is as well, and being in computers, I am seeing some more writing on the wall. And while I don't think that job loss overall is going to be a net, like a negative, I think eventually what's going to happen at first is going to be a bunch of loss, and then we're going to figure out where this fits in again. So food again, and people worrying and stressing and wondering where a meal is going to come from. That could get a little worse before it gets better. I don't want to be the person that looks on the glass half full. I do believe on the other side of it, it's going to be really, really great. But yeah, so I mean, you own the building. You get your United Way, so you get a little bit of operating money
Yeah.
Okay. All the food, none of the food is from that budget, obviously, right?
No. So
What about the chefs that have come in? Is that all volunteer as well for the meals and the seniors?
yeah, we have a skeleton staff. Like
Okay.
it's we have a very small staff that are mighty and go above and beyond. And
You mean paid staff?
yeah,
Yes. Okay.
I mean, not paid well, but they are paid.
Oh, it's a food bank.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
We're not here to get a lynch mob down
No.
there. Well, she's making what?
yeah, no. You're never gonna see me on the wrong side of the news. I promise.
I did see the Corvette you pulled
Oh.
up. I'm joking. She did not.
Oh my gosh, my 2011 Caravan just gave up recently.
Oh, it's
Yes.
a Caravan head
Oh
gasket.
yeah, I could probably. I don't know. Poor thing though. For as much
Good
as I
run,
tried to.
2011.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
What do you
Yeah.
got now?
a Volkswagen Taos. So also
Volkswagen.
Yeah, but like a little one, not a Corvette type.
Und ja, you've gotten Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend that absolutely loved those cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Expensive to repair, just a heads up. Yeah, I've
Yes.
heard that from the mechanics. But okay, so we have a skeleton. I keep, and this will just keep happening. It's
Yeah.
what I do.
No.
Okay, well, skeleton staff, and then the rest is the volunteers. Well, you keep
Yeah.
going because we were asking about the cooks and the.
Yeah, so we are able to apply for some grants. They haven't, that's challenging too, because like all of the money that we do receive, we have to apply for.
Okay.
So, and report on, and everything is very transparent with what we do. And, you know, it's amazing because it is an agency that you won't see on the news, because if you bring in a bag of dog food, you'll see a bag of dog food go out. And that's the beautiful thing, is it remains in your community. It's not half a bag of dog food or 3/4 of a bag. What you give is what gets put out.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And in terms of, so I've tried to do a couple of food things. So here was my problem. I got involved with a food donation, a food collection through a gym. A shout out to Justin Bruckman. He ran a jiu-jitsu and MMA club out here in Oshawa for a while, and he's a staunch supporter of the community.
Was he in the South?
He was, down Wilson. I
Yeah.
think it was on Wilson Road.
Yeah, we've crossed paths at Simcoe Hall before.
He would bring in massive
Yeah.
amounts. That's where I got the dog food thing, was
Oh,
watching
very
him do that.
cool.
I'm like, well, what if I did that with dog food?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's an inspiring guy, and a murderer. I don't think he's actually killed people, but well, he fought in the UFC. Like he
Okay.
fought George. Do you know who George St. Pierre is?
I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, he fought, didn't win, but fought him. And it's the duality you see with a lot of people that do MMA. They're perceived as, these rough, aggressive, but they get all that out in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
All of them that I've met a couple that like to fight in bars and stuff. And
Yeah.
very rare. Most of them, like Justin is a very good example. Biggest heart in the world. You got to see him around kids too. Like, and as adults, you're a little scared of them, and rightly so. Your DNA is telling you that this man could take everything you have, right? I mean, it's normal to be a little fearful
Yeah.
of that. Please don't take my stuff. But the other thing is, when you see him around children, different guy.
Yeah.
Different guy. And then I watched him donate, and it inspired me. I'm like, okay, the gym's doing this. And of course, that was part of my whole recovery, was getting into some more constructive hobbies and things like that. When I went to go buy the food, all I was thinking of is, well, I don't want to give them shitty noodles and rice. And like, I guess rice is probably pretty good, but I started buying things, trying to find cheaper things, like better proteins and things like that. My bill was this wasn't in today's prices of groceries back then, but I think I walked out spending like $60 or $70 on food because I wanted them to eat healthy.
Yes.
So what I wanted to ask you, do you know of cheap really good, healthy things that people can bring in, like things that have like the proper nutrition, not just empty carbs for, kids and people that are. Yeah.
So nothing's cheap anymore, but what I call like food bank gold, milk and eggs.
Milk.
Yeah, we give out a lot of milk.
Last time I was in there, a woman was asking for 3 bags, and the person said, "I'm sorry, we can only do I think it was 2 or something like that."
Yeah, probably. And it was only because we were lucky to like rescue a skid of milk recently, but typically we don't. Milk is very
Is milk
hard.
healthy for you?
I don't know. Now I'm questioning everything, but
Yeah, because you got to look at a lot of the stuff. Now, listen, if you need milk, we get milk. That's just, and people like it. Calcium and sort of that sort of thing. But I don't know what else is in milk that's really that, like.
I don't know. Maybe
fats,
it's like
good healthy fats. Maybe
something the kids.
So whole milk.
Yeah.
None of that skim milk stuff. These kids need to be. We're trying to fatten them up. Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah.
We're trying to fatten up hungry people?
I think, anything that, like, food that doesn't just leave the body in negative ways in moments, right? There's a lot of sugar and stuff. But I do think, like, those 2 things are always...
Milk and eggs.
Yeah. People, it's like gardening season, and people don't know that if all of a sudden you plant
giving away to the neighbors and stuff because I got too many cucumbers.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
You have a bumper crop. Well, you can bring it down to Simcoe Hall.
I love that.
Yeah, we have kids.
Or grow a patch just for Simcoe Hall.
Absolutely. And some of the community gardens have started doing that, which is so amazing because, I mean, it's just everything about it is wholesome. It's healthy. It makes sense. It's sustainable. Like, we have kids that will go and, like, pick all the apples off their senior neighbors' trees. Like, it doesn't have to be.
I love this.
Yeah, like it could be as simple as, like, we have volunteers that will go out to the orchards at season end and glean. So any of the good apples that there's not putting into production or whatever, they'll come to food bank.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So I guess, like you always think, I need to have dry goods, that are canned goods that'll last. But we bring fresh stuff down. It goes right out
100%. Yeah, right out the door.
So you heard that. If you're having a bad day, go buy a thing of milk and some eggs. Go to Simcoe Hall. Yeah. Give it to the smile you're going to get and the reward you automatically feel good. There you go. That's like church.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Forget Jesus.
There you go. It is pretty
Tiffany.
Feel good.
I didn't just call you Jesus. I said you were better than Jesus.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, listen, you're actively doing more right now than he is. So that's probably sacrilege. People are probably saying, no, he's up there doing all sorts of get this blasphemer off. What you do is amazing work. But I didn't know, like fresh stuff. So fruit, vegetables, love the garden idea.
Yeah.
That's because, last year I'm like, I got more stuff than I need.
Absolutely.
Right? People bring it into the office all the time saying, hey, I got this out of my garden. It's like, take it down. All those people in the office are eating.
Well, and beyond our food bank, we're feeding our kids it.
And then you do the breakfasts and the meals. And I didn't even, this is great. This is why we're doing this, right?
It's amazing.
Everybody watching, I knew we could do this. This guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
No, but that's great.
Well,
that's
even a company called me yesterday afternoon. They're like, we have 2 skids of deodorant. Can you use them? Yes, absolutely, right?
Yeah. I could, actually.
So, I mean, a lot of opportunities come up that way, too.
That's
and I think a
great.
lot of people don't realize. So a lot of the grocery stores really got involved with donating stuff into the community because a lot of their workers spoke up and said, like, I do not feel okay throwing decent food out because, maybe it's misshapen or some of the, it's, the icing's not on it right or this or that, like all the reasons that make things not sellable, right? Mm-hmm. And so they're workers that are, not making the money that the owners are, will go to the stores and say, like, we gotta do better. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, a lot of times, who knows, maybe someone hearing this will be an opportunity where they're, something might be coming close to date, but it's 6 months off, 3 months off, we can have it gone tomorrow. So, and if we don't use it ourselves or we get too much that we can use, we have a number of other agencies that we share with. And that's the biggest part too, is being able to work with each other.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and getting the word out that these are the things. So, milk and eggs.
Yeah.
Aside from that, is there like a big staple that you need all the time, like constantly?
Pasta and sauce is
Pasta and sauce.
It's you can add anything to pasta and sauce.
That's true.
Like any vegetable, any
Yeah.
meat, whatever, and you've got something that fills your belly. And it used to be, we used to have a pasta room. Everyone donated pasta. It was so full. It used to be a lot cheaper. And
Pasta's still pretty cheap.
it's
It hasn't
still pretty
really gone
cheap,
up that much.
but like sauce and stuff, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to find it on sale and stuff. It's
Yeah.
the canned stuff you can get once. You're not getting the jarred sauce too
Yeah,
often.
exactly.
Yeah,
So-
even I'm not seeing that too
No.
often. But I know. It looks so good.
Yeah, choices are being made, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I make a pretty mean pasta. I make pasta from scratch.
Oh,
You ever do
nice.
pasta from scratch?
yeah, no.
You know, it's one of the easiest. It's hard work kneading it.
Yeah.
Right, if you're doing it by hand. But it's just like flour, eggs, touch of salt, and then the rest is just kneading it for about 45 minutes. And once you've got that, right, then
Yeah.
you cut it. You can do it with a knife, and you can just cut the noodles or whatever.
Okay.
Right?
See, our cook, she does that a lot with our kids.
Oh.
Making, like, she'll get them making pastas. She'll get them making
Yeah.
sauces,
Love it.
gnocchis. Like, it's not.
Gnocchi.
Yeah,
I tried making it once. I messed that one up.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's like, I won't say old, but she's like an Italian grandma.
Oh,
And
okay.
she makes them, she'll get these kids eating things they've never imagined, never
Excellent.
tried. But the best thing is, because she was single mom of 5, she can take a few ingredients and just make it into
Yeah.
the best meal.
And it's fun.
It's fun, and they learn. And
Yeah.
yeah, she's like one of the most popular, to be honest, in all of Simcoe Hall.
Yeah, so gnocchi, I love gnocchi. Like you a fan of gnocchi?
Yeah.
Okay. So my ex-father-in-law is Italian, like
Yeah.
from the country.
And
right?
her, yeah.
And I said, oh, my favorite food is gnocchi from Italy. And he goes, gnocchi? He goes, that's poor people food. I'm like, what? I pay like $20 a bowl here for it. He goes,
Yes.
yeah, that's what we ate when we didn't have money.
Oh, yeah. And that's
'Cause it's potato and pasta, right? It's like cheap and it's easy. And it's same with meatballs.
Yeah.
Meatballs was originally a way, like the whole bread and the milk and stuff, that was a way of making your meat stretch out further. Was making these meatballs and fill them with breads and breadcrumb and stuff and a
So-
little egg. So your meat is stretching, you're feeding more people, and you're getting more food out of it. Yeah, it's all,
and that's how she cooks, and
Yeah.
but it's beautiful and it's amazing and it works somehow. And
Sure.
these kids are learning about food and how.
I love that.
Yeah,
I
it's-
love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because, I think nutrition is something that our knowledge is changing all the time. You don't need knowledge, though, to know if you make something from scratch, it's probably going to be better than what you buy in the store.
Yes.
Right? Noodles, it's a great bread is another one.
Yeah.
I had a fella in here, Jonathan, from a place called Bread Chubby Sourdough in Whitby.
Ooh.
Remember that name, okay? People make
Okay.
fun of me because I go mad about this guy's bread.
Yeah, but
It's the best sourdough. But
Oh.
Point being, you can make that from flour and water. Period.
yeah.
Right now, the whole, keeping your starter.
Yeah.
Keeping your starter, that's a tricky one, right? But again, these are cheap, but when you make them, way better than what you get in the store.
100%.
So I love that she's teaching them to do the noodles, and
Yeah.
I think I want to attend the gnocchi class.
Okay.
Actually, if you can
for
squeeze
sure.
me in there,
Yeah. Well, right now we're trying to get.
I'll bring
our-
eggs and milk.
Okay, perfect. You're in. You're in. Yeah, right now
Let me
she's.
call my girlfriend and tell her that we're not going to have eggs and milk
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we're gonna just You're like, and I'm making dinner.
You still got
okay?
eggs in the fridge? I'm gonna go learn to make gnocchi. I'm kidding. Things aren't that bad.
Oh no, it'll
Getting
be
close.
great.
Getting
Yeah.
close. I mean, I do comedy. It doesn't pay anything. So.
No, well, yeah, sometimes usually it's hard when you're doing something just because you love it or enjoy it.
Super happy to be doing it. Yeah, I joke about it, and that's part of the fun, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, you're hoping one day maybe someone will give you a couple of grand to go up and do
Yeah.
20 minutes, right? But do I have sights on like being, you know, Bill Burr or Jerry Seinfeld? Not at all. Not at all. I think that's why. I think that's my secret is I don't care. If it's not fun, I don't do it. You know, this show at the Biltmore, we try to do the big stage, but as soon as that, you know, sponsorship wasn't rolling in this year the way it has before, so I was like, okay, and then we're going to do it up here. As soon as we did that, I'm like, oh, it's fun again.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
so stressful, you know, and you can get caught up in that.
And then it's always more. What's next? And
you could do Instagram posts to your OCD and go, I got to post something. I've seen them.
Yes.
I've seen people, I got to post something. And I've seen other comics and stuff feel like they've always got to be posting something. And while I think that was a model that may have worked, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, I think you're just getting lost in the shuffle. I've heard professionals say that, you know, if a video of theirs goes viral, it used to go for a few days, few weeks. Now it's a few hours and you're lost. So it's hard to chase these things, you know, but I mean, I love it because obviously with the recovery, I found a positive place to put my energy. It's something I've always wanted to do. I've been writing stuff down for years and years and years, and I just finally got up to do it. So yes, it does not pay well. I don't expect it to. I expect to make a pretty decent side hustle at it, though. If I work, if I continue to work, I think we're just going to make this podcast all about me now. They call me breathtaking because I take all the air out of the room talking. It's not because I'm handsome. So yeah, it's one of those journeys you go on, and when I was doing it, I'm like, okay, well, where are we going to go with this? Mm-hmm. You know, the Biltmore is amazing to be able to perform here, mainly because you get good recordings and sound out of it.
Yeah.
So all the guys coming out to volunteer, I told you not to hit the table, and here I am slamming it. All the guys coming out, they know that, you know, it's going to be a great crowd, number one. We've got a packed, this is sold out now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So cool.
They all love dogs. And Jacob and Diana make sure that everybody gets a really good recording of their set and the sound. So you get sound and video from a venue like this way better than you would get anywhere else. So one of the things...
That's cool.
It is cool. And Jacob is very good at lighting.
See, this is how we can help each other.
That's all Jacob in the back. Of course. I'm happy to do anything for the community. But yeah, so everybody comes out, does that. Then we take those reels. What I like to do is that's what I'll use to like submit to comedy places to try and get on. But I've only been doing it 3 years, and they don't like you at 3 years. In fact, if you're doing well, like if you're actually kind of putting out, you'll get, some people like to gatekeep you a little bit. I've noticed that as well. Yeah, it's a fun one. That's a fun one. But here's the thing. When you don't care and you're doing it for fun, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
You see them doing it. It's like, I have a job. You know, and I'm in IT. It's not bad when I'm working. Right?
Yeah.
It's hard to, these days it's getting a little hard to find work. But, you know, I've got a good set of customers and stuff. So I do have that advantage. We're supposed to be talking about a food bank, not my comedy career. But they do intersect for the Carnival of Comedy. And you know what? We do this every year. As long as Jacob and Diana will have us. As soon as I talk to them about the charity, they were on board immediately.
That's very cool.
Like, not even a question. They loved it. Yeah. And then Bond Street, I used to do a few more of them, but it does get hard to constantly be running them. And then I've got to bag the food after this. So this doesn't come like this, right? So
yes.
I get the labels done. We buy the bags. Me, and so I get big bags, and it's a middle grade food. So it's not the cheapest, it's not the most expensive. No. It's pretty healthy.
Yeah.
My dog, as soon as I open, and my cats like it.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, and then I'll scoop it out. It's about 12 cups per bag, I guess. Feeds a dog, like a middle-sized dog, for about a week.
Perfect.
Right, each bag. The problem is when we do sell out, I gotta bag all that food.
We have volunteers.
I sit in my kitchen, okay, and I might take you up on that because this one might be a little too much, right?
Okay.
Normally it's 6, 7 bags, and it's not too bad, but
Well, hopefully it's an huge show, and there'll be a lot of bags and lots of repackaging. So we actually do repackage a lot of our food like this to go further, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely. That's why I did it. I wanted to make sure it went out as far as it does. But okay. So now we've got limited funding that pays for your extravagant salary.
Correct.
And 2011 Caravan.
Yes.
Okay, really living it up.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. And what do you do for fun?
Mostly this.
This is it? Like you're just at the...
Yeah.
You said you had one child or...
4.
You have 4
Yes.
children?
So that's what brought me to Simcoe Hall originally. When I was young. I was still teen, still in high school, and I was pregnant. So my oldest son's now 26, and then I have 3 younger kids right now, and that's really what keeps me busy.
What's the youngest kid you have?
9.
Okay.
10.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
And the tight age between them, I suppose, right?
Yeah. So it's all
a
the
year or
sports.
2 between them, or
A couple each.
you kept busy, eh?
Yeah. No, I inherited a 2, so
Oh, 2 of them aren't yours.
Yeah.
You could open with that.
Yeah, 2. I have 2 bonus children. So
Boy, this woman's been pregnant a
No.
lot.
No,
I watched my ex-wife go through it once. I'm like, whew. Yeah,
No.
one's enough. One's perfect.
There you go.
I have one of everything except cats. And
Okay.
I only had one of them until the girlfriend moved in. But it's 1 daughter, 1 dog, right? It's all of them are female too.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what I'd do with a male. Like I think we'd have problems. Like I don't know how to deal with, like a little boy. Like I had a daughter, and So what's your mix? What do you got?
So
What's your brood?
girl, boy.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So and then right now it's just a lot of sports and running
What kind of
around.
sports? What are we doing?
Hockey,
Oh.
lacrosse.
No
yeah, all
wonder you can't
the
afford food.
exactly
Jesus.
so much. It's
I just insinuated she eats with the food bank. I didn't mean to say that.
my
Okay,
caravan.
hockey. How many are in hockey?
2.
Okay.
So yeah, usually at Christmas time, I love bringing all the different teams and like my own kids, but any other kind of teams that want to come in and work together at this project and learn a little along the way. And so
Okay, and you're married?
almost.
I saw the
Yes.
ring. I don't have my glasses on, so I couldn't see if it was. And how long you been together?
11 years.
11 years. That's
Yeah.
as long as my ex lasted.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a marriage in there, but I think the total was about 11 years. So that's a good run. You're still
There-
not killing each other,
No.
right? Yeah, still
Yeah.
getting along great.
Yeah.
Yeah, slapping his kids around a little more than yours.
No. Oh my gosh. That's
Those ones are
terrible.
worse than yours. You'll never quite love them the same. I'm just
Oh my
kidding.
God.
I'm adopted, and I was growing up thinking, boy, if these 2 have a kid of their own, I'm out.
Oh no.
Like, they already don't like me that much.
Oh my
If they have a
gosh.
natural kid, I'm screwed. No, it's the truth. It's the truth. An adopted kid is never as good as your own.
You chose that.
What?
You have to go out and do that.
They say that. I'm a rescue. My parents were like white, middle class, walked in, that one, out the door we went. Yeah.
I was trying to get rescued. I'm trying to find a second set of parents myself sometimes. Trying to get rescued recently.
Well, can I ask what your future husband does?
He works for the region.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are a community couple.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. How does
Yeah.
he feel about what you do?
He's very supportive.
Loves it, eh?
Yeah. I work
Does he
a
ever
lot more
volunteer down
hours.
there?
Yeah, he gets voluntold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you don't get to marry you and not be
No.
doing some kindness acts once in a
Yeah.
while. Eh? It'd be really funny if you were dating like a total asshole. That'd be
Oh.
so funny. And you're just doing this to balance out the
Just
evil.
it'd be like keep everything just fit.
You're the reason I have to work at the food bank because you and your attitude. I'm just Can you imagine?
Just to keep like Carmetta
Right, just to level it out because
yeah.
you're that kind of gal, right?
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Okay, so eggs and milk, vegetables, fruits, all spoilable stuff. But the other thing is it's a little tough to get there right now. So we should tell people, I think I got there by going down
Albert? Yeah. So we're on a bit of an island right now. It's unfortunate, but with, I guess, change, growth is happening. And so we're right with where Simcoe Hall or Simcoe Street is closed off. So to access us right now, you're having to come down Albert, turn right onto Fisher, and you will get there. Or we're able to be accessed by foot off Simcoe still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is some parking and stuff once you get there, and
Right. Yeah. No part. Once you know where to go, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I go in around that little bridge there. Is that Fisher? Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say I've been listening to Jackhammers for the last couple of weeks. It's getting pretty bad.
You hear them in your sleep, eh?
Oh, it's nuts.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
They're doing the tracks, right? Putting
Yeah,
down
so
tracks.
the bridge has come down, and I think they're going to eventually rebuild, but higher for the tracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Oshawa's growing. It's a good.
growing.
I had the mayor on at one point, a recovering addict.
Yes.
FYI. Yeah. And he was talking about, so we were discussing some of the transportation because once again, as an entertainer in Oshawa, very difficult to get people out, find them parking. You know, it's one of the biggest challenges. Yeah,
it's true, and especially if there's a few things going on in this kind of corridor.
Forget it.
At once. It's nuts.
Yeah, if you've got something going on like a Generals game or the new Wolves, is it the Wolves? Yeah,
Wolves.
And we have these parking structures, but they fill up real fast. So
very fast.
I was talking to the mayor about that, and then now having a GO train. That was the other thing, is the GO train station. So, say for example, this Biltmore show. If I'm going to have comedians come in from Toronto, some of them don't drive.
Yes,
the
so
Toronto
if you're
ones.
Coming by GO train, then what?
You're so far away from the city center. I mean, it's not like miles and miles, but if you're not familiar with Oshawa and the buses that we have, we don't run like TTC like they're used to. It's not just one line. So the having the GO train now at the bottom of Simcoe soon, right?
Yes.
In the next year or so, and then being able to come straight up Simcoe will be a benefit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think that's really what it's about is trying to get, more people out here. The infrastructure out here is a lot of students and property taxes, which, it's kind of I don't know. The mayor had an idea about a lot of, if you're going to own a piece of property with boarded up windows, you got to pay a little more tax if it's not actually operating.
Yeah, you should
Didn't
have
disagree with
occupied.
that.
Yeah.
But then I met someone that said, well, what if you can't afford to sell it in this down market and you're just waiting for the market to come back up? And I'm like, this guy was stuck with gonna lose money either way, and he's just trying not to lose as much. You go in and say, well, your business isn't open anymore. We're gonna have to charge you more taxes. Sides to every story, right?
It's true, right? You don't. Yeah.
So hopefully all this construction out front of the whole short answer is hopefully this construction isn't too long. Do you know how long they're going to be doing that out front?
2 years.
2 years.
So
sorry I brought it up.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
When did it start? Like how many years in are we?
Like a half a year, probably.
Half 6 months in. Eh?
Yeah,
okay.
about like 6 good months.
So we'll be finished by the time Trump is out of office. Almost. We'll have like a year left of Trump, I think.
If it's on schedule.
Okay, there we so they will be behind, and it'll work out. Trump's gone, and we got Transpo. Love it. Simcoe Hall Food Bank, grand opening, reopening.
Yes.
Yeah, better than ever. With eggs, milk, and fruit and garden vegetables.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's awesome. Now, what else do we have to ask about? So, outside, is there, so we got pasta. you were saying rice. Is rice still good?
Yeah, rice is
Yeah.
always good.
Canned goods.
Yes.
Particular canned goods that are better than.
Right now, we're constantly running out of like canned fruit, canned vegetables. I'm trying to think. We talked about coffee. Instant coffee is always a
Basics to make meals, not meals themselves. Like,
Yeah.
don't bring Chef. I mean, listen, you got Chef Boyardee, bring Chef Boyardee,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
If you're picking between Chef Boyardee and a couple of cans of chickpeas,
Yes.
bring the chickpeas.
Bring the chickpeas.
Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense. That
and
makes
that's
sense.
always proteins are always tricky too. Whether it's like canned meats or the beans, lentils, anything like that. Like you said, you can bulk up meals and add.
I have an admission to make. It's a guilty. I'm a fan of canned meat. Corned beef. Oh my God.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know what it was. I think when I was a kid, my parents had money, but my dad was Scottish and super cheap.
Okay.
So occasionally we'd have canned meat, and back then brisket was a shitty cut of meat. So we used to
Oh.
get brisket once in a while. My dad loved it. I liked it too. If it's not done right, it's very chewy.
Yes.
But now it's like $1 billion if you
Yeah.
want brisket because of Texas barbecue.
Yes.
But canned meat is maybe not the Spam. I've tried Spam. Canned ham is
yes.
okay.
We opened a canned ham last week.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was so gross.
You don't like it, eh? It's
I
too
don't know.
processed.
Well, it's okay, I guess.
Gotta get a little mayo on it, maybe some
Yeah,
Wonder
I don't
Bread. Like if
know.
you're gonna go, just go.
Just go
like,
for
just,
it, yeah.
But
Yeah, white bread for sure.
I think that stuff is actually, it's got some decent protein and a lot of salts.
Yeah,
a lot of
salt.
salts and that sort of stuff, right? But so we've got my canned ham. Not Spam. And then what else do we got? Like granola bars?
Definitely.
or-
School stuff,
School
anything that you
stuff.
can send in kids' lunches
Love
is
that.
huge. Whether, granola bars. We have a backpack program that's about to launch again soon for the summer months. And we've actually recently last year partnered up with 6 different agencies in the area, all doing the same thing.
Okay.
And we realized, if we join together, we can make sure everyone who has needs be able to get supported, but also we can share our resources. Whether it's one person's really good at building a website, while other people are good at branding. Some people are better at, finding manpower. Or one agency might get offered a skit of this, and another might get that. And together, if we pool our resources, we can have a bigger impact in the community. So we're about to get started with that. And one of the things we do with that is we try and give like a lunch bag and a bottle of water or a water bottle.
Yeah.
That way, because you can give juice boxes and stuff. If you give a water bottle, essentially they always go to school with a drink.
Juice is pretty much straight sugar.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's
And
not
I don't
healthy
think
at
it's
all.
probably
Yeah.
helping them like when they're
No.
sitting in a chair trying to learn. So we're trying to give ways to,
Love
no
it.
matter what, you always have a drink. If you have your lunch bag, your lunch is always going to be
Yeah.
together, safe to eat and stuff. Not getting
Full of peanuts.
yeah, full of peanuts and what else do we
I'm-
have?
I'm
Yeah,
joking,
no,
'cause
I'm
the
trying to
kids at
think.
school are
Yeah, I'm
like, you
like trying
can't
to think
send
what
peanuts
else
to
can you
school.
not
I
send?
tricked her.
No. I'm like, what
She's gonna
else
go
is
kill
on
a
the-
school.
No,
I'm
just the
no peanuts.
No
Don't
peanuts.
don't donate peanuts.
No.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea overall. Maybe some cashews. If no, it's a nut allergy. You don't
Yeah,
even get around.
no, I
There's no
don't think you-
loopholes in that one, eh?
No.
It's all right.
They're all off
Okay.
now.
Okay. I love this. I love this because I think it's helpful for people also to, if you have I'm going to try and give some things for a child, right? If
Yes.
which is really good. Children are our future. Whitney said it.
There you go. Well, and then if it's a great way that if you have kids, you can get them involved.
Love it.
What kind of stuff do you like in your lunch? Well, then there's probably a child that doesn't have a lunch. Let's help think about that, and try to make it into that bigger picture.
I like it. We should get the Halloween candies down.
Oh.
So we can throw a couple so they could trade at school for other stuff.
Yeah,
Right? Get them
like
bartering.
commissary?
Get them doing business.
Yeah.
Get them doing business, right? Get them self-sufficient early.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I
I got
went-
these Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I
Who's
went
got an apple?
through weeks of getting like Dunkaroos, and it had to be Dunkaroos, but
No.
I found out that it was Dunkaroos so that she could trade for something else.
Good girl.
Rather than
Good girl.
rather than just buy the other thing,
Like
the
cigarettes.
trade. Yeah, it was all
trading
about
like cigarettes.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
So-
It's your daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart kid. Is that the older one?
Younger.
Perfect.
Yeah, she's gonna be one
She's
to look
probably
out
running
for.
the other three. You know that, right? She's probably, hey, go get me some cookies.
Yeah.
What? I'll give you a pencil.
Yeah, exactly. Got some Dunkaroos.
Right?
Yeah.
Got some Dunkaroos under her bed and
Yeah.
stuff, right? Yeah, I don't want to do the dishes tonight. I want some Dunkaroos. Yeah. There you go, brother. Okay. Well,
Awesome.
what else? Anything else? Have we missed anything? I mean, we've talked a whole lot. How long have you been doing this?
I've been at Simcoe Hall for 6.5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been interesting. I've worked in a lot of different areas there. It's been a great place, and I'm lucky to, for the most part, like 80% of the time, really enjoy my job. And
Nice.
yeah, and what we're doing. And I mean, I think that's why people smile too, is because they see it working, right? And I think when you believe in what you do, then that helps. So
Yeah, well, you love what you do. You never work a day, right?
Yeah.
You love your work. You never. I don't
yeah,
know.
I know what you mean, though.
Yeah, perfect. We're cool like that. What did you do before this?
I did a few things.
Besides getting pregnant.
No. So
Sorry.
Yeah, no. I worked.
I forgot 2 of them aren't yours.
Yeah,
Yes,
no.
you inherited
Yeah,
two.
see, I'm
Yes.
good.
She's not that promiscuous.
No. I worked in a local print shop not far from
Oh,
here, like doing
excellent.
blueprinting and stuff.
Okay.
Yep, 4K prints. I worked there for a lot of years
right.
though, and they were amazing.
Yeah.
Community-based place too, and they were involved. And actually, that's where I learned about a lot of the agencies, because we were constantly supporting them in those
Okay.
ways. And so it was when I was pregnant with my last one, I would gone on mat leave, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't ready to go back, so I took some time off, and then I just kind of did a few temp jobs and a few different things, trying to figure out what I wanted to do long term. And then I had worked at a job briefly that wasn't as fulfilling, and I'm like, I just need somewhere where
Well, we need to hear about
compassion's
that
not-
job now. What was the
No,
job?
It was like it was importing it and stuff, and yeah,
Like, what kind of stuff are you importing?
wood, plywood.
Oh, okay. You're
Okay.
talking to recovering addicts.
Yeah.
My brain's
No,
like,
no,
what are you bringing
no.
in? You imported plywood?
Yeah. So I mean,
Sounds exciting.
yeah, I don't want to like poo-poo it, but it wasn't.
So a lot of
it
different
wasn't
types
like.
of plywood?
Oh, this was specialty, but
Ah.
yeah, it wasn't like where.
You hate it. It's like, why does he keep asking about the plywood?
Yeah, I don't know. No,
Okay.
it was
All right.
it was good for what it was, but it wasn't like, I'm like, I need a place where compassion and empathy is
Yeah.
a thing, and like all these feels and stuff. And then I, in a moment like where I was feeling quite not where I needed to be, I came across a job ad for Simcoe Hall. It was like reception, and I'm like, that's what I want to go do.
Sounds great.
It was
Sounds
so
like it's
good.
going to make my heart happy.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
Okay.
Quickly after COVID happened, and so we went down to a staff of 4. We were able to still like keep any services we could running. We actually kept the food bank running throughout that whole part with basically the 4 of us,
well
and I
done.
don't know how we did it.
Well done. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's kind of, it started getting a little more and more into, I started getting a little more and more invested, and
Next thing you're running the joint.
yeah.
Look at you, eh? You go in and you take over. Yeah, that smile's disarming. Hey, no, nothing's going on. You're fired. I'm kidding. It's what you do, eh? I got your MO down. Okay, let's talk. We don't want to shine a bad light, so
No.
be cautious about how you answer. Has there ever been any, I imagine, a food bank, you might have a few ne'er-do-wells that show up once in a while. Have you ever had any issues where you've...
So I think that's people's concern, is that they are worried that, if they give something, they're giving with intention and a feeling of where it should go and how it should be used. And the concern always is like, what if people are just taking advantage of systems? And the bottom line, I think, is no matter what the system is, certain people will always try and find a way to take advantage.
Of course.
My hopes are if they come in and they see, where people are at, where even our staff and volunteer and how we believe in what we're doing and stuff, that they will just make sure that it is still available for the people that need it.
Physical safety and things, like it's always, everybody is very good down there. And
we're in a good spot right now. There was a couple years ago where there was a bit of an encampment outside of our building for a bit, and I mean, because we will serve.
Makes sense. I'd camp close to the food too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we had nice treed area. It was pretty good, and so with that though, because we will.
Not that I'm making fun of the fact that people.
No, but I
suppose
mean,
I'm not making fun of the.
No, well, I mean,
I should just shut up.
That's why people are down there. Is there's services available, right?
Yeah.
And so, there was some things that kind of came up with people living in the area, and I mean, we would still support them and help them in any ways that we could. I know that's when we started doing a lot more, Narcan training, not being presumptuous and stuff. But I mean, lots of different challenges came with that. We would, on the hot days, make sure that people had drinks, that they had snacks. We would usually kind of service them where they were at. And then that way, just keeping our building open and safe, whether it's seniors or people coming with kids and stuff. Because we're not there to make assumptions about anyone, but just make sure that it's safe and accessible to everyone.
And that's what I'm getting at. People can come down. It's a safe place to come, and there's no issues of personal safety or anything going down. Some people, I hear people from out of town. They're like, "Oh, Oshawa, I hear you're downtown," and I'm like, "Have you seen Peterborough?
Yeah.
Right? Have you seen Hamilton?
Yes.
Have you seen any big city? It's just in Toronto." It's a bigger space and there's places for them to go, whereas in a small city you're gonna see it, right?
Absolutely.
You're gonna see it, and
I don't not seeing it doesn't mean it's not happening, right? Let's
correct.
face it. And I think
we are at a critical point right now with this fentanyl. I was never I didn't like the whole needles and things when I was using, so I never really understood it too much. But even more so, and my girlfriend's brother passed away from drug addiction too. There's a lot of it around me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But fentanyl, this is you're talking about taking Narcan training. You never had to do that before fentanyl.
No.
I mean, we did have heroin, but it was expensive, right?
Yeah.
We're at an epidemic level with the use of drugs. It's getting worse and worse, and something has to be done. And did you ever see, while we're talking about drugs, Matthew Broderick did a show on, I think it's Netflix. Jeez, I'd have to look up the name of it. But it's all about oxycodone.
Okay.
Cotin, I think they call it. And it's the whole how that got into the market, because they knew right then it was super addictive too. And it's a great, you don't sound like you get any time to yourself with 4 children and doing this job. If you ever, 20 years from now, if you get some time, watch this Matthew Broderick.
I will.
It's really, really good. And it makes you ask, how did fentanyl get out if if everybody's seeing this? Because they lied. They said it wasn't addictive and all this. And then all of a sudden now oxy is not good enough. And in my using days, I watched people crush it up, inject it, and it happened right in front of me. And I'm like, using myself different drugs, but it just never made a lot of sense to me. But with fentanyl, you didn't see, they would nod off.
Yeah.
This business of fentanyl, from what I hear, you don't remember blacking out. So my girlfriend's brother, she said when she talked to him, she goes, yeah, you just kind of, you're out and then you wake up and you don't even remember passing out. And I'm like, so for me, why are you doing it? Outside of the escape,
Yeah.
right? But, as an addict, I don't judge or weigh myself against other people, but it doesn't make a lot of sense other than it kills you a lot easier and a lot faster. There's, I try to get in and out of the boards of trade and stuff, and there was a young guy in the board of trade, and I remember I was with a client who's also in the board of trade, and she said, oh, such and such didn't show up to work today, and they're looking for... No, yeah, he phoned in, and I can't remember what I said, and I just looked at him like, that sounds like a drug use thing. Like, that's what I used to do, right? You wouldn't hear from me for a couple of days after, and next thing you know, he's dead. They said, oh, he died. I'm like, I told you it was drugs. And this guy, you would not have guessed. You wouldn't have guessed me either. Like, I was a very high-functioning addict. I was also raised with a family that said everything on the outside looks perfect while the inside is collapsing.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the way my sister and I both lived that way, which slows you down from getting help. If you don't ask for help, you don't get it.
Yeah.
Which, again, the food bank is you have to go to get it, but also, like addiction and when you're in bad times, you need to know where to go.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
And so, for an addict, it's Narcotics Anonymous. For someone that's looking to get back on their feet, it's food banks. And I say this to people all the time. We live in the best country, pardon my language, to fuck up. Because what we'll do is we got programs. If you're willing, if you want, we have programs that will feed you, give you a couple of bucks to get on your feet, right?
Yeah.
All these programs, get you retrained if you need to. And it's all on the government dime. Right, it's all or volunteer like that, and this is a great place to mess up.
Yeah.
Right, and learn your lesson.
Yeah.
Hopefully, some people mess up a couple of times.
Yeah.
I may have been a repeat offender on a few of these things. Never got caught, but yeah. So it's the whole drug crisis and what we're seeing, I think, is terrible. And your food bank probably gets a lot of overflow from these people that are spending their money on drugs, and they don't have a way to feed themselves because is that like, are you seeing more?
It's hard because the area that we operate out of can be very challenging at times and stuff, and maybe, I don't know, sometimes food isn't at the top of the need, right? Like, I always think when I'm approaching certain situations that food's like carrot. Like, someone can be having a really hard time and, one girl that I went by on my way into work, she looked very vulnerable. She was under the influence. She wasn't quite dressed, and so I came into work and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have kids, I can't just continue on and let this be. And one of our administrators at the time was in, and I'm like, can you come with me for a minute? And I threw some clothes into a bag, but I also threw some snacks and some Gatorades and water, right? And I'm like, hon, I've got a few things for you. And she's like, I don't want this. I'm like, okay, but also don't just take the bag. There's some drinks, there's some snacks. You know what? Maybe there's something in there that you can use. And that all of a sudden is, you're not trying to make me do this. You're not trying to make that decision or whatever, right? So I think that when people come to us around stuff like food, it's an opportunity to also start looking, what else could we look at? What else could maybe I help you with? So,
and you have contacts for like Narcotics Anonymous for people and good.
Yeah, no, I think that corridor, I will give it, that is very community-based. They're very community-centered. Everyone's kind of working in the same goals and directions, and I think that's why we support each other so well, is that we understand that, like, we're going to come across people at different stages, different needs, and how can we work collectively? Yeah.
Okay. biggest times of year, obviously, for people. I know it's all year,
Yeah.
obviously. Don't just come in at Christmas or, you know, we do this once a year for summer. And I'm like, all right, they're good for the summer, but... Yeah. Bond Street in the past, we've done an event down there too. We did like a trivia night. It actually did really good. We got a couple of bags of food from that. So
very cool.
I'm thinking of doing a couple of more. It's difficult to get people to come out to these things right now because no one's got any money. But if you do a cheap enough event, then you just put a little jar out, and it's like, if you'd like to help us, you know, buy some food. I had a comedian once say, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do this charity event where we, fundraiser event where we give food to dogs or whatever. He goes, I'm the charity because you pay me. And I'm like, that's not the point. No. I mean, you're right. I get it. We're all broke. But so it's hard. That's why it's so special, these guys coming out on Thursday, right?
Yeah,
they were all my first choice. All my first choice.
Oh, that
and
is so
all
cool.
said yes.
And it's amazing for them to come and together and do this and
if they're here, it's because I find them hilarious.
Okay.
Like there's these, we have a lot, but as I said, I went to each and I was expecting, normally there's a couple of them that say, sorry, I can't, or, you know, maybe it's not their thing, or they're looking for paid gigs. Every single one of them said, yep, not even a hesitation. Yep, we're in. I'm like, holy shit.
I love that.
It was great.
That's amazing.
These guys are so funny. Like, so funny. I go to open mics and stuff where I see them and they're trying some new stuff. I've seen a couple of them at shows too, and doing a show versus the open mic is different, but I can promise, I can guarantee hands down, there's no one leaving with a stomach that's not really hurting on Thursday night. Yeah.
Perfect.
And we have a bunch of this. I can confidently say it right now because I know what the sales are. Like, we're sold out. So we have food coming in. I might take you up on the whole bagging thing because it's
absolutely
it's a lot. So we might come down and do a day of it, and I'll tell terrible jokes and make fun of people and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure I could find people to sign up for that.
Anything you want to say before we close? Any announcements? Simcoe Hall is, what's the address again?
387 Simcoe Street South.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, maybe the best way to Google us would be 20 Fisher. That's our Fisher Street address. The back building's a different address, so hopefully it would take you up Fisher. But we're just kind of south of Simcoe and Olive there.
And simcoehall.com.
Yes.
If you want some more information.
Yeah, or social media pages at Simcoe Hall SH.
Okay. People want to donate, they go straight to the hall, or is there pickup areas anywhere?
So we have a driver, so we can do pickup sometimes.
Okay.
You can come to the hall, or there's ways to donate online too, whether it's through our website. We're on Canada Helps.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're looking for some eggs. We're
Yes,
looking for
eggs.
milk, vegetables from your garden. Don't bring them to work. Those people don't deserve anything. They're work people. They're gross. Bring them to children. All right? We're gonna help children with lunches, seniors with dinners. I didn't know you did that, and I'm so happy to hear. I gotta
very
say, I
cool.
love that. I really love that. I got
Me
the
too.
feels from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and pasta. We need pastas and
Sauces.
pasta, sauce, and your usuals.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the canned fruit, but I guess, you gotta...
The apple sauces.
Apple sauces, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kids like what they like.
Granola bars. I know, but it's just,
know.
we can just give them sugar. You know?
Well.
I'm kidding. I know. Okay, so, but I really loved, like, a couple of takeaways was, the meals that you do. And I didn't think of ever bringing anything down there that would spoil.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't realize how fast it goes, and I guess the worse things are getting, the faster it goes.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
We give out meats. That's challenging. We've been actually pretty good with those the last couple of weeks, but meat, we really anything.
And you said you feed about 60 to 70 people or families a day, you said, in a morning and an afternoon.
So through the food bank alone, we're 3,600 individuals each month.
Okay.
Then we have our after school programming and seniors programming.
All right. So with more food, Have you seen that number higher? Have you seen it where more
Oh.
people were able to go through?
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. We
Okay.
had to cap it because we were seeing upwards of 120 houses a day. But
Okay.
what happened with that? It was unsustainable. And then we had a
So
couple
even
days.
if you have the food, like even if you have the inventory to feed, you just logistically can't do that many families?
It goes too quick.
Sorry?
It was going too quick, so we'd
Okay.
like end up going to dust.
But I'm saying is that because you're not getting enough donations?
It was a combination of too few donations and too
Both
much
ends.
need. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Dumb question. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. But if you get the levels of inventory up, if people suddenly get, the sense of giving in them,
Yeah.
and we pack that place full, can you feed more people?
Yeah.
Legit. Yeah. You
Absolutely.
Can. You can. It's an
And that's
it's an
the hope.
inventory
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
That's
I
always
wasn't
the
sure. I
hope.
thought maybe
Yeah.
there's a possibility that you just can't put that many people through each day. There's not enough staff.
No.
Okay.
It's
all right.
definitely
Always room for food.
Yes.
Yes. Help more people.
Yep.
I love it. Tiffany, thank you so much for coming
Awesome.
out. This
Thanks
was
for having me.
everything I wanted it to be.
Oh.
A best smile in the giving business. Right?
Thank
Look at
you.
her. Look
And
at her.
thanks to everyone that's coming out on Thursday, whether you're coming to watch or support. And thanks for feeding our friends.
You bet. All right. That's
Thanks.
it. We're done. We stop it.